live programming operations for radio anchors. In 2016, HBCU Buzz, an online media site covering historically Black colleges and universities, named him a top 30 under 30 graduate. The award recognizes academic scholars who are making an impact in their local communities and nationwide. Mr. Perkins is a member of the Dayton chapter of the National Association of Black Journalists. He gives back to his community in his spare time by mentoring youth at the Montgomery County Juvenile Court. Mr. Perkins received a Bachelor of Arts degree in Broadcast Media, earning the designation of Senior Gold Cord Honoree and graduating with cum laude honors. Keith and Lisa Perkins are his parents. Keith is a 1982 graduate of Central State and serves currently as the Director of Alumni Affairs. I now present Malik Perkins.
How are all of you doing today? Can you hear me okay? Everybody good? Can you hear me way in the back? You guys can hear me? Good to go? All right. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to President Hammond, to the Board of Trustees, to the faculty and staff, and to the class of 2018 for allowing me to be able to spend time with all of you today. Can you just give yourselves a round of applause? And as I look out at all of you, I have memories of my own time at Central State University and my graduation. I see all of you look good. I see some custom caps out there. I see some custom stoles out there. You know, it's good to see the tradition. Central State definitely knows how to graduate, you know. See you guys putting some personality on that. I like that. But as I look at you guys, I remember my time, and when I first got here, I was a member of the Invincible Marching Marauders. And I thought we have some band members graduating today. All right. I played trumpet. And when I got here, as you guys know, who went through band camp, we get about a week or so early to school because we have to go through band camp, where we learn all the music, do some conditioning, and get ready for the season. And I remember the first time I got here, I met my section leader. Her name was Stacy. She was from Chicago. And she was talking to me. She was telling me about what the expectations would be. And I'm over here thinking like, oh, I'll be all right. I did sports in high school, band camp. How bad can band camp be? Any football players graduated today? So you guys know about two-a-days, right? All right, well, I'm like, I did two-a-days in high school, football, this band camp. I got this. Little did I know, see, in band camp, you don't do two-a-days. You do all days. Meaning that you are up practicing, learning, and spending time with your band members all day for a week. And that was the first time that I was humbled when I stepped onto Central State University campus. See, I thought that I would be good to go because of things that I had done in the past. I was in the band in high school. I had done athletic things. I got this. But as I stepped onto campus, I realized that I reached a whole different level. And what you guys are about to do, so you guys are graduating today, and that is amazing. You have done something that very few people do. Not everybody has the ambition to get up every day and go to class on time and have those assignments done. Not everybody has the ambition to spend that extra time in those classes that you know are difficult for you and that you struggle with, but you take that time to get a tutor, to stay up late, to do that extra work, to make sure that you are prepared because you ultimately want to be sitting here like you are today. So as you guys move on, I want you guys to remember to be humble, because as you navigate through your careers, as you start your businesses, as you become entrepreneurs, as you become educators, as you go into your various fields, there are going to be times when you are going to be humble. Yes, you are well prepared, but this is another level. And I want all of you guys to remember that. You're going to have to take that same effort that you had when you were staying up all night studying for that big exam, when you were staying up all night writing that long paper. You have to take that same effort and apply it to your careers, because that is what will separate you from everyone else. It's easy to rest on what you did in the past, and it's okay to celebrate the past, but I want you guys to always remember that it never stops. Like we say from my dear friend Brandon Phillips, rest in peace. Every season, grind season, right? Well, grind season really starts once you graduate, but I know that you guys are ready. And this is an exciting time, and I want you guys to keep that excitement. But at the same time, there will be times when things get challenging. There will be challenging times in your career. There will be times when you feel that you don't know which direction to go in. There will be times when you feel like you have to make some big sacrifices. But while you're going through that, I want you to remember to keep things in perspective. My first year as a reporter, I had a schedule that was midnight to 9 in the morning on weekends. Very difficult, not at all what I was used to doing. And I just remember my first year, I hate to even look at the tape from that time. You can just tell I look tired. I look out of it. I'm reporting live, I'm kind of there, but I'm exhausted. And there was one story I was on, I was about to get off, it was maybe about 8 o'clock in the morning or so. And there was this elderly gentleman, he told me that he was roughly in the 70s once he finally talked to me, but he was just staring at me for like 10 minutes straight while I was doing my story. And you know how awkward it can be when people are staring at you, but you don't kind of want to stare back at them, so you kind of look away and hope that maybe they look away, but then 5 minutes later they're still looking at you. You know how awkward that can be. So finally he comes over and talks to me. He says, "Young man, I just want to shake your hand." And I said, "Why?" I had only been reporting for about 3 months or so. I wasn't on TV every day. I still did a lot of work behind the scenes, but I guess he still kind of knew who I was. So when I asked him why, he shook my hand and he said, "You are the first person, I've been living in Dayton, Ohio for 70-something years. You're the first young black male I've ever seen and met doing what you're doing." And I was kind of shocked by that because, you know, I went to college, I have other friends who I went to school with who are reporters, I have other black male friends who are business people and lawyers doing all types of things. But see, my perspective was off. I was caught up in my own challenges. I was caught up in the fact that I have to be at work at midnight and I work until 9 in the morning. I was caught up in the fact that I was tired. I was caught up in the fact that I felt like I wasn't moving up as quickly as I was because my level of humility was off. Well, he gave me that perspective I needed, because when you guys are finished here and you go back to Dayton and you go back to Cincinnati, Columbus, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, and all the places that you're from, you're going to run into people where the only reference they have to a college graduate is you. You might be the only college graduate that they know. You might be the only college graduate that they meet in their life, depending on where you come from. So you have to keep that in mind. So as you're going through those challenges, while I want you to remain humble, I also want you to try to keep that perspective. Yes, the times are difficult, but when you struggle, try to struggle with your head held high, because you don't know who is watching. You don't know how the way that you're handling your career, your business, or as you further your education, the way that you handle that during the storm might inspire someone else to go to college. That little boy that lived across the street from you, who's all grown up now when you come home, he might want to go to college just because he saw you came back with a business degree. That young lady who lived around the corner from you, who's all grown up now, she might want to go to college and be a teacher now because you're teaching at her old school. See, you have to keep that perspective crystal clear, because again, everything we do affects other people. And we're not able to turn that effect off just because we're going through a difficult time. See, graduating from college and going into your career comes with a certain level of responsibility. We are responsible to the people around us. We are responsible to the people who are watching us. And we don't always know who those people are, or how our actions or lack of action, or how our attitude or interactions affect them. So as you go on and you guys grow to do amazing things, which I know you will do, and I'm so inspired just by sitting here and looking at all of you here today, please remember to try to keep that perspective intact. And the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is unity. Going to Central State University and spending your time here and finally getting that degree, you get the feeling that these aren't really your classmates. These are people who you grew up with. Everybody knows your name at Central State University. You know your professor's name. You know your guide. You know the people in your classroom's interests. You know what they're into. You've spent so much time together at social events, at parties, at sporting events. You know each other well. So in essence, you grew up with each other. When I left Central State, I felt like I graduated with extra brothers and sisters that I never had. So even though you guys grew up together and now your time at Central State University, undergraduate students or graduate students, has come to a close, as you move on, I guys want you to remember that you grew up together, but don't grow apart from each other. Because when those challenges come, you will need to lean on people who you went to school with, who maybe are in the same field as you and are going through a similar challenge as you. Maybe they can give you some advice, or maybe you can give them some advice. You may need to lean on some people who came before you and ask them for advice. How did you handle this situation? How did you make it through this difficult time in your career? How did you land that first big job? Remember to stay with each other. I can honestly tell you that since I have graduated from Central State University, there is not a single day that goes by where I do not communicate with somebody I went to school with in some way, shape, and form. And because you went to Central State University, you are even able to stay in touch with these professors because they know you. When I'm going through a difficult time, there are certain journalism professors that I reach out to. There are certain people that I was in a band with when I was a freshman who went on to do amazing things that I still reach out to when I need advice. See, because you guys have the ultimate network right here. You're all sitting right by each other. You have social media. You have everything you need. So as you unify, support each other. When your friend starts that business, support them. When your friend starts that YouTube channel, support them. And yes, even when your friend puts that mixtape on SoundCloud, you know what I'm talking about. It's a few of you guys here. Support them. Share that link, because we're sharing everybody else's link anyway. We're sharing links from everybody else. Why not share and support the people that we went to school with? Because these are the people who should be supporting you the most, and you guys know each other so well. So please don't ever lose sight of that. Because now you guys have extra brothers and sisters who are going into business. You have extra brothers and sisters who are educators. There's no reason why you guys can't stay close. So again, I just want to remind all of you, as you go on and you take on the world in the amazing way that I know that you're capable of doing, and the way that Central State University graduates have a tradition of taking on the world all these years, I want you guys to remember to remain humble, and that means the ability to attack your goals every single day, regardless of what you did in the past. Yes, you very might well be an honor student here, but you start over again once you go into that career. I was an honor student here. I had to start over again when I went to WHIO. I had to work from midnight to 9. I had to work from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. I had to work my way up to gain that level of respect, just like you guys have worked your way up here to be sitting here before all of us. Also, I want you to remember to keep that perspective clear. We're all going to go through things, but remember, we are responsible for how our interactions affect people. Somebody is watching you. Somebody in the audience is watching you. The fact that you guys are sitting here, somebody might want to go to college just because they see you guys sitting here today. So please always remember to keep that intact. And lastly, like I said, please remember to be unified. Unity is so key. Look up in the newsroom, I want to see more Central State University students coming on TV. I want to see more Central State University students walking through that newsroom. I want us to be unified. When you go into that school that you become a teacher in, I want you to look around and say, all right, I want to see more Central State University teachers in here because we know what we bring to the table. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak with you all today. As you guys go out into the world, I wish you guys the best of luck. I know that you are more than capable to handle anything this world throws at you. I myself am still learning, but we have the best network in the world right here. We have the people that we grew up with right here, and we have the humility to be able to attack our goals every day as if it's brand new. Thank you.
Thank you for those powerful inspirational words offered not only for the class of 2018, but also to everyone that is here today. You have encouraged us all on behalf of Central State University family. Please accept this gift as a token of our sincere and exuberant appreciation. chorus will perform now, Great is Thy Faithfulness, and after that, our class president, Jonathan Green, will give his message to all, and it will be followed by another choral performance. Thank you. At this time, I am pleased to invite Mr. Jonathan McCree, Senior Class President, to deliver his address. It will be followed by a musical selection, Steady Soldier, by Deidre Robinson, performed by the Central State University Chorus under the direction of Mr. Jeremy Winston. Then Trustee Linda Lutz already gave the introduction to the speaker. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, class of 2018. Let's make some noise. We made it. Thank you for joining us today for this very special occasion. Many of you have traveled from far distances to support us, and we are thankful. The past 2 years here at Central State University have been tedious.